Here's what I would say. I think when you haven't done this before, there's so much to learn that I think what helps is to understand what the actual thing is that you need to learn, right? And in my mind, the motion is not actually very different from, for those of you that are product managers or used to be product managers, the early selling is actually more similar to what you do customer facing on your product manager than actual selling, right? And I can walk you through it at a high level, but what I would say is, I kind of think of it as kind of the basics. The basics would be once you've got your customers defined and your target set, job number one is really putting together a bit more of a prospecting motion that's predictably generating, 10 calls a week, say, right? Meaning, put together your messaging, put together your sequence and execute on the motion. And in this case, I mean, we talk about experimenting with product, but you actually have to experiment with go-to-market also, right? But what I was going to say is at bare minimum is prospecting motion and figuring one that works, figuring out a good qualification framework, and I can go over that in a little bit more detail in a sec. Two would be really figuring out how to effectively present a solution to design partners and converting them to actual design partners. And frankly, once you got those things down, I don't actually think that you need to learn anything else when it comes to selling. Just focus on that initial motion, because your job as a founder is not so much to nail a go-to-market motion, but to acquire some early customers at which there's going to be a point at which you'll actually hire a leader that's going to be able to help optimize that playbook that you initially built. But just really think about having that initial kind of foundation when it comes to your playbook is what I would say.